Welcome everybody back for more 1v1 Titans Tournament. Let's go. This matchup is absolutely massive. I'm so excited for this matchup today. We're jumping into things right away. Quick reminder, this is 1v1 Titans Tournament. These are best of 7 matches. First to 4 wins moves on to the next round. Each player gets 1 timeout per match. It's a 5-minute timeout they can use whenever they want to. Sorry. You can use the timeout in between games. So if you want to use it, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's a 5-minute timeout in between games. Each player also gets 1 board skip for the entire tournament. That means that if they see a board before they place their first settlement, if they want to skip it, they can veto the board and re-roll the map pretty much. Every player only gets 1 for the entire tournament, though. If you use it, it is gone. $150 prize pool split between first and second, and the winner will also receive a ticket to the Collins 2025 Championship. Very exciting for them. This bracket is just getting started. We are towards the beginning, and actually it's kind of nice. We're having 1 match played in each quadrant so far. I did play Road Dogg first. It was a good match, but I did lose 3-4. Road Dogg moves on. Nuke beat Karm. And now we are watching Phantom versus Aggron. I think we do have both players. Welcome, Aggron. Welcome, Phantom.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up? Good. Are you excited to play your first match?
Of course. Very excited. It's definitely not Phantom my first rodeo. A while back ago, we played in a semifinal best of 5 and AwesomeAggron's tournament. He did take it there, but we at least got to game 5, right?
It was game 5?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. All right, sweet. This is, I guess, a little bit of a rematch then.
A little bit.
Good luck to both of you. Just to reiterate for both the players, you each do get a 5-minute timeout. If you want to use your timeout in between games, just call it out in VC. You can only use it in between games. So before the game starts, you can use a 5-minute timeout. And then you both do have a board skip that you still have. It's the first game. So you only get 1 board skip for the entire tournament. But if you do want to use your board skip, just call it out before you place your first settlement.
Okay.
All right, cool. And with that, I am ready to run it. So go for it whenever you're ready. Oh, please, just the only thing is it is 7 games. It's easy to forget. So please just try not to forget to give me every rematch link before the game starts.
Yeah.
Or else I'll bug you.
We'll just
all placements are random, right?
Placements are random. Yep. Regular colonist 1v1 rules.
Whether you get first or second?
Yep. Regular rules.
Cool.
Yeah. Good luck to both of you.
Cool. Good luck. Have fun.
All right. I'm going to exit the VC. Is that okay?
Yep. No problem.
I'm just going to F in probably.
Just message me if you want me to jump back in.
I would say just jump back in if you want to use either of your, if you want to use the timeout or the board skip, and then maybe just jump back in at the end.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Sweet.
Good luck.
All right. Thanks.
All right. See ya.
All right. This is it. We are getting into it now. Big matchup here. Phantom versus Aggron. And yeah, I kind of am. It is kind of shaping up nicely. I didn't do this on purpose, to be honest. It's just how the scheduling work. But getting 1 in each quadrant. So maybe we can get like a Jack versus Icy next. Do we have 1 each way? All right. They are playing. This is the board. A big 5-6-9 here. Phantom is picking first. We're going to see what he likes. 5-6-9 is massive. Absolutely big. 9-5-10 isn't bad either. 6-4-9 is a lot of wood. The brick is pretty icky. 2, 3, and 11. I need you guys to put in the chat, who do we think is going to win here? And how many games? I love, these guys are both huge players. Aggron's got a lot of experience here. Phantom is obviously a massive player as well. Jason says it's hard to root against Phantom. Yeah. 9-5-6 is absolutely big. What can Aggron do about it? Like 3-8. No, he's got to get wheat from somewhere. So he does like the A10-5. What does he get the A10-5 with? It's actually kind of not great. Maybe he's going to Woodport? Does he start without wheat? Maybe pick it up later? Get 3, 4, 6? Is that crazy? Oh, 3, 6, 11. I see. Okay. Yep. This might not be too bad. He is on single wheat and the 11 brick. But Phantom isn't going to be able to get... Well, Phantom can do like 3, 8, 10. 3, 4, 6. Probably one of those. He also... Aggron is leaving this A10-5 for Phantom as well. That kind of is a massive expansion spot there. Definitely a tough board here for second, but being the first game, can you really use your board skip on the very first game? I don't know. There says 4-2 Phantom. Joso says 4. Everybody's saying Phantom. Oh, man. Phantom at 6, Phantom at 4. Jesus. Where are my Aggron enjoyers? I obviously Phantom strong. I wouldn't be surprised, I'd say, if he takes the win, but I think I'm rooting here for an Aggron play. I want to see a Ghostbuster. You know, Aggron's playing Ghostbuster here. 7, 8, 6. And this is going to get going. Aggron is looking at the 11s, but Phantom's looking at the 3s. That's going to be the thing. But I think Phantom's expansions are just absolutely massively better. A10-5 is big. 6-9-2 is even good. Whereas Aggron's kind of looking at the 8-3-4. 10-9 is good. Aggron's looking at the 10-4, 10-11-3. Maybe the 4-9-11. Maybe he's trying to get to the 5 over here. Aggron might have to cook something up. Maybe if he does get to the 5, he's like paired 5s then. Phantom's only on the single or. I could see a world where Aggron can make something happen here. I think he will need a couple 11s, but he's got at least one right now. Got 2 brick in hand. Does he have the road settle? Is he thinking about it? Puts down the 1 road, but doesn't settle. I think he actually kind of does have the settle right. Oh, no, he needs to port for the sheep. Dang, actually, that's the big thing. He needs to port for the sheep. So it might actually end up being porting or possibly. $699. A lot of ore here for Phantom. Aggron's at 11 cards. Phantom bought 2 devs, though. That's the thing. Aggron with 11. He's going to have to port. Okay, he cities. Yep. And that way he can port later. Gets more ore. He is leaving this pretty vulnerable, though. I wonder if Phantom, if he has the plow, if he would take it. If he has a Yop or a row builder, or if he's just worried about his own game anyway. 4-9-11 isn't kind of not super crazy for Phantom, but plowing is always, sometimes good. He does use a Year of Plenty. We'll see what he does. It's for the settle here. Yep. And just another ore for a dev, maybe. I think that probably is the right play. Not that this is really bait too much, but this plow isn't like super excellent. Did get the city. Wow. Settle city on that. He probably could have stole the 4-9-11 with that Yop. But elects not to. He'd rather city and settle there. Aggron again at 10 cards. He is over. Wonder if Aggron's going to try and focus the other city first, or if he's going to try and get the port. Looks like he does port all of his wood for a sheep, but doesn't have the settle ready. He had to pass 4 rolls and he misses out on it. 7 from Aggron is big. He could get that 4. Settle obviously goes on the 9. Doesn't have the settle. Phantom did have a knight. This is where it might start getting a little ugly here for Aggron. We don't know what he stole, but if Phantom stole that sheep, that is absolutely devastating. And he's not even worried about this plow at all. He just goes 6-9-2. 6-9-2 is better than 4-9-11 even. The thing is, though, he probably doesn't want Aggron coming all the way out to 8-4-5. There's a road path, and the ore port's kind of nice for him too, actually. And he is dropping roads down that way. I wonder if he does settle the 5-4-11 first. The thing is, though, like getting on the 5-4-11 pairs up the 5s quicker. But the 4-9-11 is kind of better, like pacing, because you go 4-9-11, then hopefully you get 8-5-4, then you go into 8-10. And that would be, the wood port, the 3 settles there. That's kind of like good pacing, but it might be, too hard to do all that before Phantom would like road settle the A5-10 and stuff like that. So instead of that, Aggron does decide to pair up the 5s quicker rather than later, but 5 is blocked anyway. He is still dropping roads that way. And you could definitely still go 8-10-5 into like the 8 ore port. But then there's like those 2 extra roads there that are dead. Whereas, the path could have been a little bit cleaner, but maybe a little bit riskier to secure. Phantom rolls a 7, puts it on the 9. Aggron rolls an 8. Every 9 for Phantom is huge. He cities right away with it. Cities passes. That's all you need to do. And a big 2. Big 2. Oh, 11 to match, though. Let's go. That 11 was crazy there for Aggron. He also rolls a 7 back to the 9 and gets to settle. Suddenly here, Aggron is kind of looking like game. He definitely is looking at the ore port with all this ore. If he can get this citied up pretty quickly, and all of a sudden he's got more wheat as well. Actually, they're tied on wheat, technically. Aggron's definitely making this work. I wonder if he actually... Okay, I was just about to say... I was going to say, I wonder if he goes 8-3-4 or 11-4 before this ore port. I think I kind of like the 8-3-4, just because you don't have a ton of sheep. But the wheat port is definitely going to provide that flexibility. 6s are massive for Phantom. He buys a dev. Yeah, these paired citied up 6s now are going to absolutely cook here for Phantom. Aggron needs to be blocking this 9. I know he doesn't have a knight, but if Aggron wants to stay in this game, this 9 has to be blocked. Phantom bought a dev and ported for a brick to double road to the wood port. Wood port is going to be nice for Phantom. 10 is good. Aggron passes. Phantom rolls a 7. Doesn't need a knight. To the 11, that's probably a good block. 11 might be coming up soon now. And monos 2 ore to double pop. That's definitely setting Aggron back. He's trying to keep Aggron off of the night game, and it's paying off because Phantom just rolled a 9. Every 9 is, 2 9s back to back. Oh, but then the 7. Then the 7. Let's go. We're keeping the life in here. Phantom just rolled 6 ore, but he's going to have to throw at least some of it. Ooh, actually, none of it. Decides to do 5 wood instead, and he's holding 6 ore here. Rolls a 10. Yeah, holding the 6 ore might be smart with, he's on all the wheat as well. Aggron ports all of his wheat for a brick to settle. Now he's on the wheat port, but he just ported all of his wheat. A 6 is massive. Phantom has double dev at least in hand. He bought once. He could have citied. He might still has it. Citied and dev'd. All right. The 6 and the 9 combo here, being paired and everything, it might be a little bit too much. 4 down devs. He doesn't even have an army yet. He does play knight there. Puts it on the 11. That might be smart. He aggroed it. He's still buying. He bought twice more. Another 6 there. Aggron ports for 1 dev. And Phantom is just playing these knights. He might have bought 2 more knights. It was on the 11. He put it back to the 5. He's just getting his knights down. Ports for the brick to settle, and he might even have a road steal here. If he has, 3 VPs, 2 roads for the steal. Aggron does roll 7, puts it on the 9, but we got to assume Phantom has a knight. Aggron uses a road builder, actually, to the 8-10 to extend. That probably is smart. It might take out the road sneak play. Phantom does obviously have a knight. Self-blocks the 5, but the 11 rolls. Oh, no. Actually, he might not have cared after Aggron played that road builder. 11 he might not care about anymore. He's given up on the road sneak. And a 5 was blocked anyway as well. Aggron just drops a road, but looks like that's all he can do. 2 roads, I guess. Does have 2 open settles. Only 1 settlement available, though. Ports for a wood. He does take a settle. He is settled out now, though. He does need a city to advance. 2 10s would do it for him. Rolls a 3 from Phantom. And still just aggroing these knights. Puts it on the 10. That's probably smart. It's definitely smart. And actually, Phantom is pressuring road slightly here. Not entirely. but he does continue his road continuity, heads towards the Sheepport. 8 and then a 9. Phantom buys a dev. 2 devs. Four and then 3. Lots of wood on the board. Aggron's at 10 cards. He's going to have to avoid the 7. Phantom pass, and he's over as well. 6 is massive. 12 cards for Aggron. He did avoid, but he's got to find the city somehow. Ports for an ore to buy a dev. 5 knights behind here, though, is devastating. Oh, a 10 block is devastating. Phantom with 14 cards. I think he's kind of looking to just clean this up a little bit. Settles, and he still has 10 cards left. 4 down devs. He buys another dev. He might be looking for the last VP or so. Still just playing knights. I think he's just got all knights. He's playing these aggro knights just because he's got like 3 or 4 still. Looks like he's not getting good luck with the VPs in the deck, but I don't think he's going to really need it. Drops a row to the 3-1 just to get the settles. Aggron did find a knight, puts it to the 9, but rolls a 6. That's a problem if your name is Aggron. Aggron ports for a dev, but we know Phantom's got all knights. Like, oh, no knight? Oh, maybe I'm wrong? No knight and a 9 was blocked. Is it a mono? Aggron says GG. Maybe he's just got 3 points and a yop. There's the yop. Aggron said he almost board skipped this. He did get the settle. It wasn't the GG yet. He did say he was thinking about the board skip. That's funny. I mean, I was too, to be honest. This is a tough board, but it's so hard to do. So hard to use your board skip on the very first game of the entire tournament. Phantom doesn't have it yet. 11 cards though. 3 devs. He just drops the road. You might have been able to take road there, no? With the yop? He had 3 brick. Aggron rolls a 5, but it's just 2 wheat and an ore for both of them. Ports for a dev. Does play the road builder to connect, looks like. Doesn't want him getting the road sneaky lease. Aggron's holding on to his points. Phantom did have the knight. He just didn't play it last turn. He favored the yop. Porting for a city. Is this it? That is GG. 15-9. Phantom takes game 1. Even graph. Nothing to say about it. Ton of wheat on this board. 115-90. Yeah, it was a tough board, to be honest, for a second. Tough to use your board skip, but Aggron was finding a little bit of life. He once he got, I don't know if this was a big mistake, what I was talking about earlier, like the 4-9-11 to the 8-5 to the ore port. It's a little bit of a cleaner path, but, you know, the 6s and the 9s are just hammering. If Aggron could have maybe just got a lucky 7 or 2 and got on the 9, blocked a couple, he definitely might have been able to swing that around. We're going into game 2. It's 1-0 Phantom. Aggron's picking first this time. What's on this board? I see an 8-10-5 with not a lot of ore. 12 and then 3. 3-4-6 isn't too bad, though, as a constellation. 8-3-10, 4-3-6, 9-5-10 if you're Nucleolush. 6-4-3 is an horrible. 6-4-3, 8-3-10. I think I'm definitely taking the 8-10-5 if it's me. Then you're looking at either a sheep or brick to the start. I think I'm fine with either. Lots of big names in the chat. What is going on, everybody? Durr, shout out to him. Number 2 in the world currently. Joso, Jason, Tristan Bounds in the chat. Go check out his YouTube. Malcolm, CC Fitness. Glad you guys are all here. Don't forget to subscribe if you do enjoy these 1v1 Titans matches. I'm having a lot of fun commentating them. We definitely have a lot more to go. And Aggron does do the 8-10-5 and points up. This is actually a smart point, I think. I think 3-4-6 goes in a lot of possibilities. So pointing right might be dead. But 10-9 is kind of strong. It doubles up the 10, gets you your sheep. You might not start with sheep, so pointing to this 9 could be massive. You can always backtrack for the Woodport, maybe. Even 8-3, possibly. Phantom's thinking about what he can do for this. I think if you get 9-5-10, it's big. Kind of, I think I still am looking at the 3-4-6. Wonder if he takes the 3-4-6 with this 8-3-10. It kind of makes sense to me. Paired threes, maybe. Points away from the 9-5-10. Maybe he doesn't like the 3-4-6. I mean, it's definitely a weak or. No, it is the 3-4-6. Yeah. Yep. But think about which way he points, though. Down could be maybe it's your 3-1. Actually, don't hate to the right. You might get the 2-4-9, but Aggron's probably doing 9-5-10 here. Aggron could actually do like 6-4-3, maybe do something a little bit funny since Phantom didn't point towards this 9-5-10. Let him get dead roads a little bit. 6-4-3 gives you to start the OWS, but not really sure. I think I kind of like 9-5-10 better. You point it to the sheep, you'll pick up the sheep. Leaving this could mean Phantom backtracks to 9-5-10 and then gets Brickport. That could actually look like it's kind of massive. Problem is, you take 9-5-10 and you leave him 11-4, or you leave him 6-4-3. Aggron decides to do the 11-9-10 instead. He's got the 5 wood to match with the 9, so it might not be too bad. He elected to start with his second wheat. Didn't want to be without the second wheat. Does drop the immediate road, though, to 9-5-10, and you're not starting with the sheep, so he might take a little bit of time to get to the sheep. That could slow him down. Phantom's only on the 3 ore, though, so he could be slow on that side anyway. Phantom drops the road to the 3-4-6 and a 3 rolls. Every 3 is absolutely massive for Phantom with the paired 3s here. Phantom's at 10 cards. Once he settles this 6-4-3, he will be on paired 6s as well. He buys a dev. Rolls a 10. Phantom is only looking at the 3s, but Aggron's, to be honest, only on the 10s. And, 10 is only 1 pip better than the 3. I think so. I think a lot of people kind of like have this barrier that is like between the, like 2, 12, and then like 3 and 11 are kind of on one side. And then on the other side is like, the rest, 10, 9, 5. But 10s are really only 1 pip better than 3. And on balanced dice, that's not actually like a huge amount. So the 3s can definitely keep up. Phantom pulls an early mono and takes 2 ore as well. That's absolutely massive. With these low 3s, he's sitting up the 3. Now every 3 is just diabolical. And gets the settle, paired 6s. Aggron does get a 7 as a consolation, but that mono is definitely painful. Aggron has to port for the sheep. He does get it eventually. Settles on the 10-9-5. He got his first settle, but no sheep. If you're Aggron, I think you really need to steal a sheep for your next settle. Phantom is on the 6 and 8, so it's a possibility, but he's going to have to roll a 7 to do it. He did roll another 7, puts it on the 4 this time. Phantom did have a sheep, and I wonder if he got it. 7 into 6 into 5. 11. Aggron's got wood. Another 6. Phantom has wheat. Phantom at 10 cards here. A lot of sheep and wheat for Phantom, but not any ore. He ports for a brick and drops the road. Oh, a big 3. Oh, and they're both doubled up now, so that's almost just a city. He might not even... Aggron ports for an ore and passes. If Aggron steals that ore for the city, or I'm sorry, Phantom, that would have been crazy. Looks like not. He double popped instead, but now the robber is on the 10, and it gets a block on it. That's painful. Phantom drops the settle, and now a 3 is a city. Every 3 that happens, he can decide if he wants the city or not. Those 3s kind of hit early. He might not even need any more for the rest of the game, to be honest. Maybe even just one more city the 10. Aggron drops the row to the 9-10. Eight back to back. Aggron ports for a sheep again, has to port and does settle on the 9-10, and he's finally on sheep. He might be able to start going ahead now. Maybe you go 6-11-3 for your road path. I don't really know. It's not super good. Looks like he's going to wood port first. Maybe you connect 11-5-4 and then connect if that's ever possible. He does roll a 7, puts it on the 3, but Phantom has 2 devs. One of them was a knight, puts it back on the 10. Oh, and another 3. Oh, that's painful. Phantom is at 11 cards, but he just rolled a 3. Aggron says it's unreal. 7? There you go. All right, Constellation 7. He does have to throw some of his hand. We'll see if he holds the city, and it looks like he did. Puts it on the 8-3-10. No question. Phantom puts the robber on the 9. City's the 8-3-10. Passes the dice. 11 rolls. Aggron is able to drop another road, but decides to go to the 3-1, not the wood port, to triple up the 10 in case that ever hits for him. Aggron rolled a 2, Phantom with a 5, back to Aggron for a 6. He does find the settle, and now a 10 gives him the 3 ore he needs, but Phantom rolls a convenient 7, back to the 10 it goes. A 4 is good for Phantom, and 11 is barely anything for Aggron. 1 wood, but that's all he's got. Phantom's able to port for a dev. 12 is nothing. Another 8. Phantom accent gives him an advantage. We'll ask him about that. Is it just an Australian advantage? Is that all it is? Aggron rolls a 7. He's able to put it back on the 3, but Phantom does have knights. It always goes back to the 10. Why didn't Aggron do 9-5-10, then 9-10? I think he gets 9-3-11. Yeah, I kind of was thinking that too. I think 9-10-5 might have been a little bit better, but I also am a fan of starting with the, or I also am a fan of eventually getting at least the second wheat. So it's tough. He also had the 5, so the 11 isn't like super bad because he has the 5. But all the way down the road, 10 is blocked. And that sucks. Ooh, a 10 block, and then Phantom rolls a 7. Gets to put it off the 10 anyway. He just rolled. Ooh, never mind. He wants it on the 10. He plays an aggro knight to put it back. Phantom drops a road, looking to the ore port maybe. Probably 4-9-2 if he can get it. 6 and a 5. Oh, it looks like he's conceding to the ore port. He doesn't have a lot of ore, but settles are settles. And he is pressuring road here now with 4 down devs. Aggron had 11 cards. He had a port for an ore. He's able to buy a dev. Phantom rolls another 7. Does he aggro again? Settles. No aggro. A 9 rolled. Aggron is able to buy a dev there. Had to port for the ore. Oh, a big 2. Big 2. Road settle? No. He only has 3 cards. Just drops the road. Not too risky. Aggron is settled out. He does need a city to advance. Basically, you need the 10. Back to the 10 it goes, though. So what are you going to do? 5 into 6, and then a 9. 11 cards here for Phantom. Does he have the settle? Ports for the brick. Puts it down. 4 is big. Phantom's 1 road away from the longest road. Aggron still porting for devs. Aggron plays a road builder. Doesn't want the road sneak to happen. But another 4 there for Phantom gives him 4 wood. He might just have it anyway. Phantom ports his whole hand for a city. Puts it on the 6-4-3. Aggron rolls a 7, goes a 3, but another knight here from Phantom. Phantom rolls a 7, though, does have to take it off the 10. Does have to take it off the 10. Is there life here for Aggron? 8 was blocked. That's a bummer. Aggron rolls a 9, though. 2 9s back to back. There's thinks Aggron should call a timeout after this game, and that probably is a good play, to be honest. The timeout meta definitely shift the momentum. If he does lose this, he's down 0-2. Give him a little bit of a reset. I think this would be a good timeout call from Aggron. Phantom is on the brick port now. With a settle, Aggron rolls a 7 back to the 3. The other row building from Aggron just to connect. No chance of any funny road business at all. These 4s are kind of hitting too. Jeez. Phantom's on the 4-4 now, and then the 4s have also been hitting. 3s hit early, and then the 4s. $17 cards and 2 devs for Phantom. He ports it for 2 ores at the city. It is 15-8 again, or was it 15-9 first time?
I'm using my timeout, dude. Nolan, using my timeout.
Heard that? Oh, Phantom's not in. Can you tell Phantom?
Oh yeah,
because he's not in VC. Thank you. Yep. Good call there from Aggron. I forgot to get this ready. Oopsie. I did put 5 minutes on the clock. Let me fix this up.
Hello?
All right, there we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Hey, Aggron's using his timeout.
Cool.
So 5 minutes on the clock, and we will be back.
Can I use my timeout after his timeout expires?
Ooh, that's an interesting play, and I don't see why not. I guess. Are you doing that, or are you gonna wait the 5 minutes and let me know?
No, I just wanted to know.
Okay, you could if you want. So let me know, I guess.
Oh man, I'm in rhythm right now. I don't want a timeout.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's why Aggron did use his timeout.
I think he could be tilting.
All right. I'm going to continue talking about. I muted so they don't hear me. I don't want to influence them too much. I'm going to let them take their time and without me talking at them and stuff. This game and this game are the two. 956 is huge. If Aggron uses board skip here, to be honest, I would not have blamed him. I would not have blamed him. It definitely is hard. I think he made it work. Again, I think I still do come back to I think you settle the 4-9-11 and still try and get the 8-4-5 into 8-10. It is slower, and maybe you lose like the 8-10-5 road settle here, but I think you're just behind. I think you just need everything to go right for you. I don't think I don't think you road settle the 5-11. I think you kind of just take the placing as it is.
Lonely, I am so lonely.
Sorry, we are here.
Nobody.
We're just talking about the boards. Didn't want to influence you too much, but we do have a couple of people in the chat,
Talk
and
to
maybe
me
you should
about
just
it,
let
man.
us know. Is it just an Australian advantage?
Yeah. How's that the advantage?
Just that's what they're saying. It's all Australian advantage. You don't believe in the Australian
No, I
advantage?
think he could. I think he plays strong. I think he could have taken the bricks to start. I don't know why he insists on not starting with sheep.
Are you talking about the second game, 9-5-10?
No, not the 9-5-10. I think the 8-3 to take is
I'm back.
because
By the way, we can proceed.
can you hear me well?
No, you are. Yeah, you are breaking in and out. To be honest,
my internet really bad.
Yeah, you're breaking in and out pretty bad. To be honest,
I've been kind of lagging a little bit.
Yeah, Aggron, you do have a minute and a half on the clock, but if you want to call it, it's up to you.
Oh, do I?
It's up to you. You have a minute and a half.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Let it ride. Okay. Yeah, I think Aggron should just take this
play
full
top.
5 minutes. Try and ice out Phantom as much as he can. To be honest, I couldn't really hear what Phantom was suggesting there for Aggron. I think he was saying don't take the 8-10-5 first, but it's kind of hard not to, right? Because then if you leave the 8-10-5, I don't know. Maybe he was saying take the 6-4-3 with the 8-10-5 instead of the roads. That could possibly. The dice roll backwards down under. That's funny. Oh, what even were the rolls, bro? How many threes? Wait, what? Wait a second. Wait, what?
All right, we're starting again.
3 threes? I thought they were hidden. Good luck. All right, we'll jump in this game. Ooh, Aggron switched up the color. I do enjoy that. This color switch meta is huge. But hold on, I got it. The 3 threes, I thought they were hitting all game. Wasn't that what was keeping with Phantom alive? I don't know what happened there, but this is game 3, and it's 2-0. Phantom Aggron switched from blue. He's playing in orange now. Look at the sheep port with the sheep pile. Shout out to Timmy for that. 5-9-10 into sheep port could be a thing too, though. Or again is 3-12-5, so 5-9-10 is looking kind of nice. 5-9-10, 6-3-4. Looks like it could work. The wheat is all the way up here. 3-4-11, and Phantom says, damn. Oh, that was the timer. Didn't realize it made noises like that. Got it. Yep, thank you. Phantom says, tough one for first here. He does decide to do the 5-9-10. Yeah, Icy, I think you're right. It just hit when he was able to just already triple it, so it was just massively, hits it once, and that's all you need. That's the thing. 5-9-10 down to Woodport. I don't think you can leave the 3-4-6 here, but what do you do about it? Would Aggron be crazy to do the 3-4-6, 5-9-10 left, get the sheep port first? No way, he's using his board skip. What? Oh no, Aggron is using his board skip.
I'm using my board skip.
Got it. Run it back. Good luck next. Give me the match link.
Thanks.
Oh, man. Okay, we're going to have to come back to this. This could be a mistake. I don't know. To be honest, I think Aggron's looking good here. What if you do the 3-4-6, 9-5-10, even not even thinking about the roads yet? What does Phantom even do? He needs wood and wheat. He can't get both. He's going to have to start either woodless or either wheatless. He probably does like the 8-3-10 or something, just no wood. Oh, maybe you do you can't do 8-4-10 into sheep port. No way. Oh man, I got to say, I think this was a second favored board. That might come back to bite Aggron. We're going to come back to this one. Oh man, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was seeing something I didn't. But to me, I would have been happy to play this out as second. But that's how it goes. Aggron used his skip. Phantom was surprised as well, looks like. We are liking the orange. Yeah, Durst likes the idea. I think 5-9-10 left, 6-4-3. And I probably would go to sheep port first, or a sheep pile, sorry, first, and then go to sheep port. All right. Back in the game, and Aggron didn't want to pick second. He didn't want to pick second, and he also didn't want to play his orange. He skipped that board back to blue and back to Phantom picking first. Again, the wheat is all the way in the north. This time it's got a little pile up here to help out. But all the way in the north wheat, Phantom starts with the 8-10-5, points left. He can definitely pick a lot of things with this. I think Phantom's either looking at the 8-10-5 or the 6-4-9. Both of those spots are massive. Aggron does the 6-4-9 with like the 8-3-4 plow, maybe not, because he's already pointed this way. Does the 6-3-11 right to the race? That's interesting. Phantom definitely is looking at 8-10-5 into 8-3-4. No chance he does anything else. Maybe he does 11-5-4, I guess, just to get the space. You can do 11-5-4 left. You still probably get both those spots. I guess that's the only other thing to think about. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe like 8-4-5 better because of the double wheat. It's something in here for sure. 8-4-5 for the double wheat. I guess I can definitely see that. Into the 9-5-10? Yeah. Into the 9-5-10. He does have sheep port behind him. He could possibly go back to that if he needs. I think they're both I mean, there's two races here. This is the thing. I'm not sure about the 6-3-11 down here for Aggron because there's two races now. You're looking at the race for the 10. Phantom is looking at 11-10-3. Aggron's 9-10-11. And also this race 8-3-4 for both of them. You're definitely not winning both races. You're only on the 3 brick. I think it might have been better to do 8-3-4 and point either direction, left or right. Probably left, actually, because you have this one down here. So 8-3-4 left. You'll get the 6-3-4 or 6-3-11 later, and you're looking for the 9-10-11 race as first. But didn't happen. This is how it placed. And Aggron actually dropped the road without having it. That's super dangerous. Phantom rolled a 3, so Aggron might have it now. Aggron was probably over, and he didn't want to 7 out. Decided to drop the road. Equip doesn't like the 8-4-5 for Phantom, but I think I kind of do. $11 and then 10. Aggron does city quickly. He also found the settle as well. That 3 was the settle. Settle city's actually a massive turn there. Phantom bought a dev. Aggron rolled a 7. Phantom plays an aggro knight here. It was his only knight. Puts it on the 9. Very interesting. Another 3 in there. Maybe the 3s will keep up for Phantom here this time. If Aggron can possibly roll this road settle, that'd be crazy, but might be why Phantom played the aggro knight to the 9 here. 12 cards for Phantom. He's got to have it. He does indeed. 8-3-4 settle. Wonder what Phantom is thinking next. 9-5-10 is definitely massive production. You could go to Sheepport after that. Forget about road. Maybe you go to the 9-5-6. You're on double wood then. We got Aggron believers in the chat. Shout out to Julia. I think Aggron's in this game for sure. 6-4-9 is massive. He's got this first city. He's on both of the ore as well. I think Aggron's definitely looking good here. I wonder if you go like after all this, you either go to like 6-3 or maybe you decide to try and go get this space out here, 6-9-12 to 6-5-11, kind of road path like that. Wheatport is actually massive as well. Maybe you just skip all that, go straight to the Wheatport, then you go to 6-3 after that. I think I actually kind of like that for Aggron. He does get to settle on the ore port, and these 11s are massive for sure. With 8 being blocked, Phantom's not going to be able to move around very much. There's a massive 11 for Aggron. Phantom does roll his consolation 7, puts it on the 6. Oh, and a mono. Oh, no. Oh, Phantom's getting bailed. A big mono from Phantom. That was a huge 11 that Aggron rolled, but Phantom stole it so he could take the city for himself on the 10-8-5. 4 rolls and 8. Phantom does have his roads. He settles on the 3-1. 8-10. Big 9 for Aggron. Another 10, Phantom buys again. 6 was blocked, but Aggron still gets his wood. He buys a dev. 5 is only good for Phantom. That mono sets Aggron back, but it's definitely not out of it. Aggron gets the other mono or, just big plays. Phantom plays a row builder to the 6-5-11, looks like. Does he settle it? He's securing his row path with this play. He does settle it. I am a big row path enjoyer, to be honest. I know some are not. Some out there are not, if your name is Griffin, but I am a row path enjoyer. Aggron does roll a 7, puts down the 8. Aggron played a year plenty for 2 brick, and he does road settle. He is on the Wheatport now. It is active. Phantom played a knight, but then rolled a 7. Has to put it to the 11 ore. This Wheatport can definitely keep Aggron in. Phantom buys a dev, rolls a 6, though. Aggron needs to avoid the 8s for sure. He ports for a dev. 3's not bad. I think Aggron's probably looking at the 6-3 next. Road path is cut. Another 8 for Phantom. Lord Melico, that's right. Shout out to Lord Melico. Road Builder ruins games. How many times do I have to tell you? That mono back there slowed Aggron down, but that Road Builder might have been the nail. Ten rolls and Aggron buys a dev. There you go. There's the other mono, but it's just 2 ore. So it was a 2 ore for 2 ore mono. Like they each got 2 ore on each of their monos. Aggron bought a dev, but the thing is, Phantom's 2 ore mono was just so much more impactful. It was earlier. It slowed down Aggron. It got him his city, whereas Aggron only bought like 1 dev. So like they both did trade monos for 2 ore, but I think Phantom's 2 ore mono was a little bit more impactful back there. Aggron rolls a 6 and he ports for a dev. Phantom plays a knight back to the 9. 4s are good for Aggron. Ooh, no knight, but he rolls a 7 back to the 8. Aggron plays a Road Builder. He does go to the 3-6, kind of like we were thinking. Road is tied up now, but Phantom's not going to allow that to happen for too long. He does pour for the sheep to settle, looks like. Ooh, Road settles on the wood pour. Oh, just another. Oh, my. Oh, goodness. Okay. He went all the way to the wood pour to settle that. It does leave this 6-3 open a little bit. Both Road Builders are gone, so it's probably not really super dangerous. But Phantom is on a lot of road building mats here. You know, he's on triple wood, triple brick, 6-3, 6-11, 8, 5-3, 4. There is definitely a world where Phantom rolls into this plow on the 3-6. So that could definitely be a little bit scary. Aggron's gonna have to watch out for that. My focus is settle here now, though. He does have 8 cards. Phantom's only on 3. 12 cards for Aggron. He's gonna have to avoid the 7. And he is showing 10 points, but Phantom, it looks like he's just focusing his road path. Circles a 10 for the connect. How much did Phantom charge for this masterclass? I had to lure him in with the promise of a prize pool for first and second. So we'll say $150 plus a ticket to Columnist 2025. Aggron buys a dev and plays a road. He doesn't find the settle yet. 11 into 9. Aggron does have a lot of ore. 14 cards here. He plays a knight, puts it on the 8. Didn't play before he rolled. 15 cards now. Ports for a wheat with the ore port. Buys a dev. Aggron is on a lot of ports now, too. He's got the wood, wheat, and ore port. I mean, he is super flexible. He does have to port sheep there. He's not on the sheep port, but is able to buy 2 devs. He definitely is flexible. He's not out of this. The thing is, though, Phantom is going to take back road eventually, but Aggron could be at 13. Maybe keep Phantom under. Aggron roll a 7, puts it to the 5. I wonder if the 8 is the block. If you had like 4 VPs, the 8 is the block. But since he didn't block it, it kind of makes me think he doesn't have a lot of VPs here. He bought 2 devs and then played an Aggro Knight back to the 8, so I think he doesn't have a lot of VPs. Phantom rolled a 5, Aggron with a 4. Aggron's actually really close to this, and yeah, Phantom settled out as well. He does need a city to advance. Aggron's playing Aggro Knights to the 10. He realized that as well. Puts it to the 10 so he can't city. Rolls a 3. Okay, Aggron. 8s are good for Phantom, but Aggron buys a dev. This is actually a really, really close match here. And Aggron is just playing his knights. He did take army now. Puts it to the 5. Settle for the win? Rolls a 10. Phantom with 16 cards. He has to take back road here. Absolutely has to. He does take back road with 2 roads, 12 cards left. Aggron does have 3 roads left, so once Phantom places 1 more road, he will secure road for the rest of the game. And there it is. So road is locked for sure. And that is kind of a bummer because Aggron only has 1 road settle. He's got the road settle here. He's got the open settle there. But after that, he's going to need 2 more roads to settle. So he's going to only have that 1 extra settlement spot available. 4 devs for each of them. It's going to come down to whoever has the VPs. Phantom just bought twice. He does play knight, puts it on the 6, and blocks a 6. That's a massive 6 block. Aggron plays the knight back to the 10? No, to the 8. And he rolls a 6. If he got that other 6, that would have been crazy. He does settle. 3 VPs. He could be at 14. Ports for a dev. And rolls a 9. Aggron's looking good here, I think, to be honest. Oh, a big 2. That's the win. Please tell me the 2 is the win. It would be the biggest 2 of the night. The biggest 2 of the tournament, maybe. It's not. Not to be. He passes the dice. Rolls a 10 from Phantom. Phantom's wondering what he has to do. He buys 1 dev, 8 cards left. They both have 4 again. He ports for another, and that's the deck. There are 3 more knights in their hands. There's 5 VPs. Aggron cities. Sell? Yup. For 2 wheat and settles for the win 15-12. Aggron is not going to go down easy. It is 2-1 for a fact. Let's go. That's a GG's Aggron. Get him back into this game. And even though he did use a board skip, I do want to point out that Aggron played a timeout and then won the next game. Smart tactic there. I think that timeout really did play into Aggron's favor. He played the timeout, let Phantom, iced Phantom for 5 minutes. He even board skipped after, which, we'll talk about that later. But, he did win the next game played after the timeout. So a good use of his timeout there, I would say. This is game 3, and we are 2-1 Phantom. Again, Phantom is picking first. I think it's been at first every time except the board skip. Look at this 8-4-5, 8-5-10 over there. Look at the wheat as well, 2, 11, 11, and 9. Not a lot of wheat on this board, but this 9, no strong spots on it. What's the best spot for this 9? 3-4-9, 10-9, 11, 6-9-2, I guess. There are no good wheat spots on this board. So honestly, maybe you do just do like the, 8-10-5 or something, and then you look at the 9-10-11. 8-5-10, 9-5, 9-10-11. Honestly, that 9-10-11 might be the best wheat spot. That was a GG Aggron. Let's go. Malico says it took him an entire timeout and a board skip to get the win, but he got it. Oh, and Phantom does pick the wheat first here. Very, very interesting. 4-9-11. And I can't say I disagree. The wheat was just so ugly. The 4-9-11's weak, but it is the strongest wheat here. Aggron's going to have to find wheat somewhere. 6-3-9 isn't good. 6-5-11, I guess, maybe we do like a 6-5-11, 8-10-5 into the 2-9-10. That could be a play. You start with the 11 wheat, but you're looking at getting the 9 later. Maybe even the plow, 8-4-5 is big. Maybe you don't want to leave all this down here, though. Whew, man. I'm going to be honest, guys. I might need to add in a clause that the commentator gets a 5-minute timeout as well. Whew. Can I call a timeout? Does do the 6-3-9. What's he taking it with, though? 6-5-9 is big. 8-5-10, I guess. I think this might be leaving too much here for Phantom. Whatever he takes. Yeah, he does take the 8-10-5. Phantom has all of the space in the world here. He could do 956, and he has 845 ready to go. He could do 834 over here. Yeah, it does do the 956 for sure. Point that right. 845 is a massive expansion. I think, this was tough again for Aggron here, but I think it just leaves too much space for Phantom. I think I kind of like what I was thinking. 6-5-11, 8-5-10, looking to get on the 9 as your first expansion. So we'll see how Aggron plays this one. He was able to figure out the win last game. Says no, I can't get a timeout. Four, 8, 3. Phantom's first settle's got to be the 8-4-5. Just an absolutely massive spot. And Aggron is looking to the 3-4 first. This is interesting. I wonder if he's looking to try and get the 8-4 to kill the spot. Definitely not going to let that happen from Phantom, though. He road settles the 8-4-5. Oh, and it looks like he's going to Woodport. Oh, wow, okay. So he's looking to get on the ore somehow. Woodport, 3-4. This is opening up settles for Aggron, but, I mean, look at the settles that he's opening up. 3-4 and then 8 is just barely adding any production at all. Whereas Phantom's first expansions, 8-4-5, that's massive. I guess 9-12 isn't really that big, to be honest. But 6-11-12, I guess we're mainly the 8-4-5, but these two settle spots are open. They're just not very explosive, I would say. Aggron does find the first city on the 8-5-10, but Phantom matches right away on the 9-4-11. Aggron does have Woodport active. 6 is stay hot, and he might be able to do something, but Phantom is just already active on this ore. Tripled up on the 4. He has his 3-1 port. Double wheat already. Phantom buys a dev. Aggron drops 2 roads. He does take road with that towards the 9-10. That's an interesting play as well. I wonder why you don't just like hold for the road settle with from this way. You don't really need to connect it like that. I don't think. 6-11-9. Phantom buys a dev and a 4. 4s are just crazy. 5. Six, 9, 5, 9, 10, 2. 6, 9, 5, 9, 10, 2. Actually, yeah, even that's good. You're looking at like Phantom would probably take the 8-10-5 in that case, like this 8-10-5. That's still not bad. You're looking at like either this 8-10-5 or that 8-10-5 as your expansions. Yeah, I think that setup copy is also probably preferred over what Aggron took, I would say, in my opinion. But Aggron is definitely a special kind of player. Like he finds setups that are unusual, but they tend to work out. Aggron bought a dev last turn. Phantom matches the dev this turn. He does drop a road to pressure this road steal, this plow. Passes the dice. Aggron with an 8. Aggron doesn't have the settle. Phantom is definitely pressuring this. Rolls a 9. He might actually have it. 14 cards here. Ports for the wood. Here it comes. Oh, road settle. And that is about 6.5 ouches right there. That is probably... that could probably be it. Aggron's not going to let it be it, though. He does double dev. Maybe Aggron pulls both monos, pulls most of the VPs. He could still get maybe kind of a road path, like through this way. Aggron's got fight in him left, but Phantom is chipping away at that with a 2-ore mono there. Mono's all of his ore. Ports for another ore for the city. Aggron plays a knight, see if he can hold on to this. More ore, though, for Phantom. Phantom's got the knights ready to go. Back to the 5. Rolls a 7, has to take it off. Puts it on the 8. And Phantom's just killing him on every roll, to be honest. I mean, look at the 9. Phantom gets 4 wheat to Aggron's 1. Aggron with a 7. Keep a little bit of life. Back to the 9, I'd guess. See if Phantom has his last knight. He did have a knight. Probably goes back to the 5, maybe even the 8. Does go to the 5, rolls a 10. Phantom is able to buy a dev. Aggron rolls a 6. 2 6s back to back here. If Phantom does close this out, it will be 3-1 Phantom with Phantom on match point. Aggron would have to get 3 in a row to stay alive in this tournament. Yep, 3-1 Phantom, Roy. I'm sorry. It's 2-1 Phantom currently. If Phantom wins this game, it'll be 3-1. Aggron rolls a 7, but Phantom was able to buy more knights, puts it back to the 5. Rolls an 8. 12 cards here for Aggron. He ports for a wheat. If maybe he can hold on to army. Settle on the 3-4. That was on the 6-2, actually. Five block from Aggron is painful for sure. 12 cards for Phantom. Yeah, and Phantom's definitely going to be able to take back road, whenever he just rolls it, pretty much. He does have the wood. Does he have the brick? I don't think so. Think about what he wants to do. Honestly, you probably just go like 8-10 to Weeport. Oh, he plows to the 5-2 3-1. Just to secure that for sure. Does he have the settle though? It's dangerous if he doesn't have the settle. Wow, he doesn't. Aggron could definitely have a road builder. He's got 11 cards. He monos 4 wheat, actually. 15 cards now. Aggron mono 4 wheat, and Phantom is still above cards. Imagine he 7s out after getting mono. That's crazy. Aggron settles and cities, drops a road. No 7 out from Phantom. He rolls a 12. He's got sheep at least. No wheat, though. Ports for the wheat to find the settle, looks like. Yep. Five and then 4. Phantom's got wheat. I'm sorry, wood and ore. He does drop 2 roads to look towards the connect. He's showing 13, could be at 14. Ports for a dev, was looking for the VP to win, didn't find it. Aggron rolls a 7. Back to the 9. 2 down devs, though, probably got a knight. He does drop a road. He's trying to keep the pressure here if possible. Phantom plays the knight, puts it on the 8, and then rolls an 8. Does take the connect, not allowing Aggron to think about the road steal. He does city, and he's showing 14 points here with a down dev. He's looking to road settle for his last point, maybe by the last VP. Phantom rolls a 5. He's got more wood. I think he just looked at the road settle. Played the year of plenty for the wheat and popped for the win. Another 15-8 from Phantom. And he is showing his dominance now. We are 3-1. It is match point. He almost doubled Aggron's production that game. I think Aggron's setup, it's all 5 resources. It just leaves too much space. It just leaves way too much space there for Phantom. I don't necessarily know if my setup would have been better or would have won. It still also kind of leaves like the 8-4-5 and big spots for Phantom. But I think I'm kind of looking at the 5-6-11, 10-5-8 into the 9-2-10. Maybe point the road this way to either bait or secure the 8-4-5. But not how it played out. It is 3-1 Phantom, and this could be the last game. And Phantom picks first again. Phantom still has his board skip, doesn't need to use it. I think he's picked first every game we've played. Aggron says RNG has blessed you tonight. 8-10-5, I think that's why he said it. 8-10-5 left into 9-10. You're looking at, I guess it's not super excellent pairs, but there's definitely things to do. The wheat is a little bit awkward here with 11-11, 9-6. 9-10-5 is good. 3-4-6 is not bad. Phantom is using his entire clock. He did tick the 8-10-5. Does he point left? I think that would be the move. He does. Aggron's going to have to find something to answer. He's been struggling to find the answers so far with these good setup positions. Like 3-4-6. Yeah, this is tough. What is he gonna do for ore? Maybe you just do like 3-4-6, 9-5-10. Take away both roads into like the 8-3-10. I don't know. Like take away all the best wheat. Is that crazy? 9-5-10, 3-4-6. That's no sheep, no ore. Maybe the wheat port. I don't know, dude. Like 6-3-11 with one of the roads just doesn't feel good. He does the 8-4-3 with one of the roads. Could easily be 2-2, mate, he says, but it is 3-1. Durr says Phantom's looking at 2-4-6. 3-6-11, though? I'm not sure. Aggron does do the 9-5-10, probably leaving the 3-6-11 for Phantom here. 11 is only low. It's super weak wheat. He kind of needs to get on the 9, but Aggron might win this race starting with the road. I don't know if I like the 6-3-11, to be honest, too much. Like, is 3-4-6 better? Just no sheep? Maybe not. You don't really have access to sheep if you don't get it burst here. This might be actually a little tough. He's going to be either weak wheat or weak sheep here. 2-4-6? Oh, that's interesting. Like 2-4-6 into 11-4-9? Maybe. I kind of actually vibe with that a little bit. He doesn't like to go no sheep, but does the 11-9-3 instead. Wow, points to the sheep. Didn't want to be on 11 wheat there. I think he was looking at if he does 3-6-11, he does lose this race. Aggron secures the 11-6-4 first. He's gonna keep Phantom on the 6-11. I think Aggron actually might have a decent game here. He is gonna need 10s to hit, but if Aggron can get to like the 3-4-6. It might take a while. He's kind of far away. He's only on 10 brick. In the meantime, Phantom cities. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Not again, says Aggron. 7, 10, 6, and an 8. They both have 8 cards. Aggron does buy the first dev. Phantom secures his 6 sheep spot. Phantom passes and another 5 rolled back to back. That's 4 brick for Phantom, 2 wood for Aggron. Phantom's at 10 cards. He doesn't want to 7 out. He's going to have to port for the sheep eventually. Does he do it with the brick right now? He does port the brick for the sheep, has to pass, doesn't have the settle. But I think that probably is the right play. You're just going to have to wait for another 5 to roll. That is what it is. Aggron aggro's knights. Interesting play. He aggro's knights to the 5. That could be smart. Could be big brain a little bit. He knows that Phantom just ported all of his brick. If he can keep the brick blocked, this could be a good play, but it was his only knight. It could come back to bite him. We'll see how it turns out. 12 was rolled, nothing, and an 8 for Aggron. He buys another dev. He could have the knight back anyway now. Phantom roll a 6, and he's missing out on this 6 sheep. And he buys a dev. Wow, that is very interesting to me. Phantom has to port for the sheep to get the settle. He ported for the sheep, but he buys a dev with it. It means he's going to have to find another sheep. Maybe he stole a sheep from Aggron. He had an extra. It's kind of like the only thing. That's kind of the only thing I would think. If he didn't have an extra sheep, that's an interesting play for sure. He didn't have the sheep. He had a port there for the sheep. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. But he did get the settle anyway. He ported 4 wheat for the sheep to settle, and now he's active. 3 rolls, and that's good for both of them. Aggron plays a knight. Maybe he gets that ore from Phantom. 11 cards. Drops another road. I don't think I like this road, to be honest. Where are you going? I guess he's going to the 9. Like all the way. Phantom's just going to road settle it. You're just not going to. I think you maybe take the 6-4-11 settle, but then I think you look at the right side of the board. Yeah, he's going all the way over there. Puts down another road, but doesn't secure it. You're kind of risking the plow here a little bit. 5 is blocked, though, so maybe not. 10-4, 3, and a 6 gives Aggron's 10 cards. Strongman hold? If Aggron does play another road here, he will actually activate Friendly Robber. He does. So, and Phantom rolls a 7. Oh, that's so painful. All right, this is something that I do kind of like have a note of, is the no settling, but taking road. Now you still only have 2 settles, but you have Robber be able to be on you. No devs no knights to defend yourself. This is struggle material for sure. You're still in the original settles. You're not producing a lot. You didn't get your extra settle. Now you're actually risking this road plow from Aggron or for Phantom as well. The putting down of 5 roads before you get your first point, not typically a move I love, just because of all that. It opens Robber, and you haven't increased your production at all. They both have 11 cards. Aggron doesn't want to 7 out. He ports for an ore. Does get a city. Okay, his production has increased, but we're still risking this road plow. Phantom with 12 cards. Here it comes. 9-10. Easy. I gotta say, Aggron, it feels like he's crashing out a little bit. I think he's tilting. I think he's making not exactly the best plays he could have. Phantom Rose in 11 is able to city 3-9-11 citied up. 8 is blocked, and 8 is blocked. 2 8s back to back. Phantom gets his wood, and Aggron is denied his sheep. Phantom drops the rose and passes. Another road from Aggron. All these roads and no settles. 2 cards for Aggron.
Continue playing. There's no point.
Yeah.
Why? Just let me give in.
Yep, all games have to be played to the end to 15.
4 out of these 5 boards just felt unplayable for me. And I don't even know why I'm here. This is just so...
Aggron rolls a 3 and Phantom rolls a 7 again.
Game too.
Moves it to the 10 now this time. Phantom ports for the wheat to settle, and an 11 he gets the wheat anyway. More wheat here for Phantom's got the city, almost buys a dev. Aggron rolls a 7, maybe get in a little bit. Puts it to the 10, see if Phantom bought a knight. He does, puts it back to the 8 and rolls a 6. Two 6s, then a 4. Phantom drops to the 3-4-6. He's looking at taking road here pretty soon. Also army and a big 2, but a big 2. I think 2s are my favorite rolls. I just love the big 2s. Like a big 12 doesn't really hit as much as a big 2. I don't know why, but that's how I feel. Phantom road settles the wheat port, and he is definitely active. He's on all this wheat. Got the wheat port, looking to take road, looking to take army. There's the army, puts it back. He's at 12, 1 road away from 14. Looking to city and take road for the win here. Aggron's at 9. Don't really think there's much to do. Phantom rolls a 10. Does get the city, and he's looking for road. 2 roads to do it. 6s are paired. Not that it matters. He doesn't need the devs anymore. Anyway, Aggron ports for a dev. Maybe he can fight Army if he was crazy. Phantom rolls a 10 and buys dev. Doesn't have the road, so he wants to protect his Army. Really just waiting for the 5 and a 3 probably. Ports for a wood and another wood. Does he have 2 brick to take it? He's got 2 wood. There's 1 and there's 2, and that's GG 16-4 to Phantom. And he takes it out 3-1. Phantom does move on. 94-50 resources this time. Is moving on to 3-1. That's a GG's Phantom. Aggron, well played to both of you guys.
GG's.
I know it was a little bit frustrating there towards the end, but I think you did play well in some of the games.
I really didn't do Nolan. You don't have to lie about that.
If you do want to talk about it, I think there's one main thing I'd like to ask you. I don't want to harp on you too much, but it's got to be about that board skip. I think that was a good board for you, man.
It really wasn't.
What did you see that made you skip the board?
I'm trying to remember what was even on the board. He had like the 5, 9, 10. There were double weak spots. There were ports, but it didn't seem that playable to me because I didn't have like a good like placement with like both or and we. It just didn't work. There wasn't port.
Are you looking at the board right now?
Like the wooden brick was all spread out. Like I didn't know what to do.
Are you looking at the board?
So I just used the board skip.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Honest, I should have just used my board skip on that very first board.
Honestly, game 1. I wouldn't have been shocked if you did a game 1. It's tough to do a game 1, but that was a tough board. But I got to say, I do like
really
this setup for this.
I really wanted to.
Yeah, I can't blame you though for not doing it on the first game. On the one you did use it though.
I don't even know what was even the point of all this.
I got to say, I do like setup on this board, which is the 3, 4, 6 and the 5, 9, 10. You do 3, 4, 6 and 5, 9, 10 left. You get the sheep pile, you get into the sheep port. I think that's a strong game for you, I gotta say.
I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was tough.
It feels impossible at the gate on like most of these boards. He pulled mono basically every game. Like, I know I'm complaining, but it really does feel like this was never a winnable set for me.
Well, sorry, I feel like you got the unlucky stick there, but thanks for playing. It was a GG's. I do appreciate you joining the tournament. It was fun casting it, so I'm sorry if it wasn't as much fun playing it, but
no, I mean, it's fine. Shit happens. Phantom's obviously a great player. It just sucks that it went down that poorly.
Yeah, Phantom is a good player, so I do have to say congratulations, Phantom. That was round 1. GG's. I have to say I think you did play it very well, Phantom. There might have been a couple little things you made here and there, but really no major mistakes, to be honest. I think it was well played.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Do you have any thoughts about that board skip? I think that did kind of surprise most of us in the chat. How do you feel about that board?
I think that I think it could have gone both ways. Like, I don't think it was that superior of a board for the first player. I would have been happy to play second on that board and give myself a chance to still win. There was a couple interesting plays. But hey, board skip was used, and yeah,
that's how it goes.
If you're feeling like you're going to lose, you may as well use it, right? And
for sure.
He obviously didn't like what he saw.
Yeah. So you are the first player. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. I was going to say you are the first player to move on without using a board skip, but that's wrong. Rodog actually has his board skip as well. So Nuke is the only player who's used his skip going in. Do you think you're going to be able to hold on to that board skip to the finals?
Nah.
Sorry, what'd you say? If I can hold on to the board skip?
Yeah, are you trying to hold on to that to the finals? Like, do you think you'll be able to get to the finals with that board skip?
I mean, I'll use. I'm happy to use it if I'm down. I mean, you don't want to go out without using it, right? So I would have used it if I was down, 3-2 or maybe even 2-2, and it it was a tough board, I probably would have used it.
Yep.
I feel like most people will use it in the first round or the second round, so not too worried about trying to hold it.
Yeah. I was saying earlier, if a player does get to the finals with their board skip and the other player doesn't have their board skip, I feel like that's just like a huge like advantage, like not only for like the board, but also like mentally, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of gets to you. So we'll see if anybody's able to do it.
Like sometimes you can win the games that you feel like are miserable. So
for sure.
Ultimately, the board skip might even be used as a disadvantage. Who knows?
For sure. I
think you really got to pick one.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in not all boards are as devastating as they seem. You can definitely get into situations if you find the right place to make it work.
Yeah, I think like 85% of the time you're going to get a chance to win the game. Like there's critical moments in each and every game where it can flip, and some boards like can be obviously disadvantageous to you, but there's always one moment in the game where, or you can pull an early mono. You can, the dev deck makes it very interesting.
For sure, yeah, especially if the dev deck isn't ran out or anything else. There's always lots of game. So you are looking at here the winner of Isaac versus Squash. Do you have any thoughts on that matchup?
I know Squash. I think I've played Isaac a couple times. Squash I don't think I've beaten Squash though, so he seems like a tough matchup.
He's definitely tough. I gotta say, I did ask Squash about it before, and he said he was looking forward to this second round because he does want to play you. He thinks he has the advantage.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think every time I've played him, he's just smashed me. He's a good player. His win percentage is really high on the leaderboard as well. Probably played more 1v1 games than me. So yeah, it'll be a good matchup hopefully, no matter who it is.
Yep, for sure. All right, cool. Well, I won't hold you guys for too much longer. I know it's already been a lot of games played. So GG's Phantom, well played. We will see who you play next. The winner of Isaac versus Squash.
When's that game going down?
Let me check real quick. I think there wasn't anything super
cinema, please.
Actually, maybe they were. Okay, it's not all the way confirmed yet, but it does look like this game might be on Sunday, like 11 a.m.
Cool.
Eastern. I'll finalize that if it's true, but it could be this weekend.
Wait.
Let me take a look too at the one game that Phantom did lose. I think it was.
I felt like I was gonna win that, but yeah, he played well.
Yeah.
I just couldn't really get my next city. I guess I was trying to hold road and army at the same time. This never ends well.
Really? You're not a fan of going for both?
It's just tough. Like, all it takes is you pull a couple VPs or something, and then all of a sudden they can buy five devs, and then in 2 turns, and you lose pacing on army, but then you've also only got one city, and you're all settled out. So
yeah, you were settled out there for a little bit. At the end, look, you couldn't find the second city.
Yeah, maybe I was a little bit too hasty on my monos. My monos I really didn't wait long. I kind of just wanted to. I could sense his anger, so I kind of used them early.
Yeah,
maybe when I didn't need to.
Yeah, I get that. I was talking about the monos though on this game. You both monoed for 2 ore, but your mono was a lot more impactful, to be honest. Even though Aggron did end up winning this game, you both monoed for 2 ore, but yours was early. You citied off it, whereas Aggron mono 2 ore later, but he only got like 1 dev and he held for a couple turns and stuff. But maybe it was worth it. Winning.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, like, you put yourself in a position where you can buy those early devs, and you make that choice. And you play enough games, you're eventually going to pull either one of the bro builders, the monos. They're all there.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
He can complain all he wants, but he definitely had chances where he could have made that much more interesting, I think.
Yeah, I kind of agree, to be honest. If you're looking at this board, how do you feel
Which board
about
is it?
the one that you lost?
The
It's like the fourth
the one that I lost. Let me
Yeah.
just get it up. Yeah, he's crying. He's crying. Sorry. Yeah. So what about it?
I definitely like the play that you did. I think I might have looked towards like the 9-5-10 and then going to the sheep port possibly instead of the 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you don't want me to take 8-3-4 settle?
No. I want the same exact setups. Everything plays the same, but instead of your first, no, take 8-3-4 settle because you're kind of raising for it. But then after that, 9-5-10, and then backtrack to sheep port. Instead of you kind of went 8-10
Yeah, I mean,
3-1
I think the 8-10's the 3-1
is better.
It's pretty valuable because I'm going to have a lot of brick and wood as well to be able to port.
True.
It's not just the sheep.
Yeah. Would you?
I don't know. I don't think I could have done much different this game. Maybe I could have held the mono, but
would you ever consider shifting the setup instead of 8-4-5? If you did 8-3-4 down, you don't start with the sheep, but if you get the first settle, you're on 8-3-4 and then 8-10-5. That could maybe explode. It's definitely slower at the beginning.
Yeah. I didn't think the 3 was of that much value.
Yeah.
Rather like starting without a sheep and then, but those setups are really strong where you can just grab road building in early cities, like in the last game where I didn't take sheep. But I felt like just playing a bit more reasonable. I was already up 2-0.
For sure.
I didn't really need to take a risk and play 8-3-4, and 8-4-5 was just good.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point as well. If you do have the advantage, you don't really need to take the risks as much. To play a little more safe.
Exactly, yeah. But you're right, it can for sure snowball better. I think the 11 really popped off this game. Yeah, it rolled 6 times. The 3 actually rolled 6 times as well.
Yeah.
He got a few nice 11s. I couldn't really get a block on it.
Yeah, the wheat port did help towards the end. I think he did play this
It's
game
interesting, right? Like halfway through the game when I use that mono and I city, and then I play my road builder to cut his road, you think that I'm probably going to win this one, right?
I mean, it definitely looks good for you. Those were good 2 plays. But I will say, I was saying in the chat, it's not I don't think it was game over for Aggron after that. I think he's still looking at 6-3, and then maybe 8-3 and stuff after that. I think
for sure.
There's definitely worlds where it does kill his game. Maybe if you get road sooner. But I don't think it was game ending. Although I was surprised.
I was definitely ahead.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think once you did the road builder play, I was like, that definitely is looking good. That secures road path. He's definitely got a lot of space. I was a little surprised he went to Woodport, to be honest, first. I think I just like 6-3 better. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I guess it makes him a bit more flexible. The 6s really hit.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's also just, I mean, he's sacrificing one extra weight for the Woodport.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good game. We both could have had that one.
It was a good series. I think we did have a few good games for sure.
And you see, like, what I mean when I say that, like, I would say my first pick is a lot better than the 6-3-11, 6-4-9, but there's always chances to win, man.
Yeah. I think the second to last game where you picked the 9-4-11 first, that was it tough for you at all to pick the 9-4-11, or was it just easy? Because it's like it is low production, but the wheat is just.
Which one was this? The second last?
Second to last, yeah.
Let me just get that up.
This board is just terrible for wheat.
Yeah, so I mean, I think most people might actually just play a 5-10.
Yeah,
knowing that they get
a trap.
6-9-3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt like when I was looking at it, that the 695 with the double wheat ore, and then you lead into the extra ore and the extra sheep and the 3-to-1s there. Whereas 8510, 693, you're kind of stuck on the upper half of the board, and you only have the 9 wheat, which is going to be shared, so it's not like you can block it.
Mm-hmm.
And then how do you get, like, there's not really a great port here. And I think he could have definitely done something different. I actually was wondering if maybe 693 and 695 would have been better, and then you beat me to 8510. And
that's interesting.
Yeah, I think
I
he
like that
missed an
setup.
opportunity. I mean, I think he missed a ton of opportunities, to be honest.
Yeah,
maybe against a better player.
I think so as well.
I might lose, but it's also really easy to take just 693, 8510. I think it's still a good setup.
I think that's a good setup. It is racing for it and stuff. The setup that I saw for this board was the other 5-8-10 on the top right. You point that left towards the 9 and then start with the 6-5-11. Maybe even point the road left and like bait the plow or go for the plow. You start with the 11 wheat, but you're looking to get on the
8-5-10, the bottom left?
No, the top right. And you point towards the 10-9-2. It's still not like
that 8-5-10 is definitely the best. Probably one of the best pick on the board. Like most people would take that first, I think.
Yeah, it still leaves you a lot of space, especially if you leave the 8-4-5. But I think the 6-9-3 just is not good. I don't think for really. It just leaves too much space.
Well, I mean, you want to start on the 9 wheat. That's the issue,
right?
So 9-4-11. It just like with the amount of time that you've got to think as well, and he's probably stressed out. Like
for sure,
he's going to lose another game.
Yeah, this is already like game 6 or
see.
something, or game 5. It's tough for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And if he did play, I think the 6-9-5, 6-9-3 actually might win. And I'd probably play some form of all-week sheep with 8-5-10. And that's just, throwing it up there.
Yeah.
But I was banking on that. I was really hoping that he would just take the 6-9-3, and I kind of felt like I had a great setup if I could get 6-9-5. Sometimes you just take a little bit of a risk.
Yeah.
And then the last board, there's another interesting move where he just cuts me off the sheep. I think he built his road way too early. He was scared of getting plowed, I guess.
I don't think he should have gone toward the 9 at all, the 9 ore. This was something I noted as well, where it's like.
So he starts with a road, right?
Yeah.
And I only have 2 wheat and an ore. So if he just builds 2 roads to 6-11, then I'm maybe sheepless this game. So that could really flip the game.
You're right, actually. That's a good point. He didn't need to drop the road. He definitely could have waited to see if he gets the plow.
And he would have had it as well. He rolls a 10 there, and I don't have a road. So there you go.
That's a good point. You're right. And then you might struggle to get to the 9-10.
But I think, he was too in his head, I guess, and didn't even think about it. But this is what I mean, man. It's always a play.
For sure. There's always a play.
To be honest, I think half of the games I played quite risky with my opening picks, hoping that he wouldn't do the right move, I guess.
Yeah. He also.
It's not that he did the wrong move, it's just that there's better moves.
Yeah. He took road as well before he got any points on the board, which is something I'm just always against. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a game where I like you taking road.
He was in a tough position because he was over. He was over anyway.
I mean, I get it. I understand. But just opening up the robber without increasing your production at all is just tough. I don't think it works.
Yeah, he didn't have to actually build the road like straight up. He could have done a little sideways thing.
Build on the other one. Yeah. In this game,
and at that point, it's like you may as well do something weird.
True. With the setup that he chose, I think I was looking at. You're right. The 6-11 plow probably was the best move, but if you don't do the 6-11 plow, I think you're looking at like 2-4-9 into 3-4-6. Then you kind of have at least double wood and brick, Might be slow to get all the way to 3, 4, 6, but I don't like going all the way to the 9, or you're just never winning on it. Even if you don't get plowed like he did, I just don't think you're ever winning on that 9 or.
It just takes too much time, especially when you've only got a 10 brick, and 10 is my roll to get me my cities. That's something else you need to think about. Just like by the time you roll enough brick to get there, I've already got 2 cities.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good set. I'll probably lose the next one if it's against Squash or Isaac.
Isaac has
It's
beaten
good to at
Squash
least win
before.
one.
Isaac has beaten Squash before, so this is going to be a good match for sure. So you're hoping for Isaac? Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't honestly. I don't mind who it is. I'd love to avenge my losses against Squash.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, I can still beat whoever is in.
Yep. All right, cool.
But I guess you would say that Isaac is the weaker player, just based on win percentage and rank and stuff.
Probably, but I don't think weak by too much, to be honest. Isaac is also like usually top 20.
For sure. But I mean, Squash has nearly a 70% win rate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, cool. I'm going to sign off for these guys. So that was a really good match. GG's. Good luck next.
GG, man.
Yep. Okay, that was a fun series. It was 4-1, right? I put that in while we were talking, but that was. Yeah, it was 4-1.
So true.
I'm being saying this.
Yeah. That's GG Phantoms. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This was a lot of fun to cast this series. It was fun to cast a match for Phantom. Sorry, Aggron got a little bit tilted there in this set. But that's what best of 7 kind of does to you, I guess. That's GG's. Good luck next. We're going to see Phantom next. I don't think there's any matches that are fully set. I don't want to announce anything yet. I think there might be a game on Sunday. I think this game got pushed back. It was going to be tomorrow, but it looks like it's not. So check out for this weekend. I think there will be at least some games this weekend. So just keep an eye out. Best way to keep informed is the Catan Championship Discords. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I do appreciate all your support. This 1v1 Titans tournament was a lot to put on, and you subscribing shows that you like my effort and that it's worth it, or else maybe it's not. Oh well, GG's. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.